Because it is the last day of June, I am doing my studio rotation, which basically means I am going through all of the work that I did in the month of June and then getting set up for July. This month, I have been mostly working on the Urban Bouquet collection, which is really an exploration of growth and decay and sort of how life springs out of death. And I think really just thinking about the urban context that I live within now and mapping some of my prior knowledge from a much more rural, more natural environment, and looking at the way that like a tree decays in the forest and becomes a host for all of this new life, all these new sprouts, is really helping me understand the city and sort of the ways that that also happens with cement, with buildings, the differences between the sort of natural and more man-made environments, and also thinking about it in like a political context, right? Like thinking about the way that politics change throughout generations, the way that the old sort of crumbles, and something new is born in its place. So that's kind of those are some of the ideas that I've been exploring this month. And I did a lot of work in this notebook, as you can see, but I also did some work with fabric. So here, I made a bunch of these little patches in May, and then this month I started sewing them together, and then also started cutting out some more patterns. Basically make my own textile that I can then sew into a bag or maybe a jacket at some point. So here I was just kind of playing with some of my sketches and then translating those into these fabric pieces. And I'll just stack them so that I can sew them all at once. And then I also started this little mini collage book. I found this at a little bookstore and just thought it was adorable. And so I tried to do like one mini collage a day to just sort of capture that day. So I didn't actually do every single day of June, but I did do at least like 3 or 4 days a week. And it's kind of a fun little reminder of what I was up to in June. And so that is just this little itty bitty book. And then I also worked with a lot of beads, mostly sorting some of the newer beads I got, and what I'm really trying to do is get these boxes ready to turn into actual jewelry. So I'm thinking about both the size of the bead, the shapes of the bead, and the colors that work well together, and the materials that they're made out of. And that's our June recap. So thank you so much for being here and stick around to see what these turn into.